Hello there and welcome to the fall. And yes, it is back to school time and parents are wondering, oh geez, now I have to get our kids ready, up and ready, and of course make their lunch. So one of the first things that parents do is ask me, what do you feed your kids for lunch? And basically I have a 13-year-old boy who is about 6'2". And so they're asking me, what does he eat? He does eat a high protein diet, but I'm gonna show you what his lunch and my daughter's lunch, what it looks like. So the way I'd like to get started is I'm going to mention, where do you wanna put your kids' lunch or lunches, all right? So I like to either use stainless steel, okay? Non-toxic, pure stainless steel, does not rust. Or you can use a glass container. So I love these compartments because you can actually put different types of foods in here so they have a variety. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with one of them. Different lunches that we can set up for our kids that are delicious. Many kids love them. Why? Because they're sweet and they're nutritious, and obviously it will help fill up their bellies, right? You don't want to leave them starving. So how do you do that? You do that with a high protein lunch with good sources of carbs and good sources of fats. These are things that will help their brain development and their growth development. So let's get started. So I'd like to work on my protein, like the main part of the dish, which is this top part. So what do? So I have here, of course, I like to use eggs, right? And 2 eggs to feed my 6'2" son. Sometimes it takes about 4. So depending on your child, you know them best. You can definitely do that. So I will cut them. And where do I get my eggs from? Farm Fresh. And I'm gonna show you what a farm fresh egg looks like. Look how beautiful that is. So as you can see, it's like an orangey look, okay? That's how you know you have a good healthy eggs. From chickens that eat bugs. Yes, they eat bugs, no grains. So I'm going to put that as the main protein here. And of course, my son likes salt, and it's okay to have salt. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some salt. And just for an added fat and extra benefits, I like to drizzle just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Just gives it a little bit more flavor. And there you go. All right, so there is my source of protein. I like to do the fruit area. So fruits, he is obsessed with blueberries. And did you know that blueberries, I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in here. So blueberries are full of antioxidants. I've read somewhere where if you eat half a cup to a cup of blueberries a day, it actually extends your life. So definitely put this as part of your daily routine, is to have blueberries. They help fill you up. Obviously, they take away your cravings, your sweet cravings. If you do feel like you need to crave something, go for the blueberries and you'll feel full and satisfied. Okay, so I do have my fruit. I have a little bit of my protein. I do like to do a little bit of snacks. So for extra protein, extra sources of fats, why not? So I know my son needs a little bit more than just that. I don't know about your kids, but he loves yellow cheese. So when you shop for cheese, so this is what I like to do. I kind of like to make it fun for them. I like to do a little skewer. And he likes meat, and more meat. So I have here what is called an uncured sausage. It's a beef sausage, so it might be a little bit more challenging. So I'm just gonna set this up, fold it. Just make sure you're reading up on your ingredients as far as what's found in the cheese. So some of it is made with preservatives. You want none that's made with no preservatives. Okay, there you go. And I like to put it in this area. So sometimes you need a little bit of a crunch factor. Hey, why not? So I have here some plantains. Yes, we do like to, if sometimes we like to snack on crunchy chips, but plantains are known to have potassium, and these are made specifically with coconut oil, which is another good source of fat. So I could throw it in next to my eggs, totally fine, just to give them a little extra crunch, a little extra carbs, healthy carbs at least. And there you go. Okay, this is absolutely what he would bring to lunch. Now, he loves fruit, so I would add a banana. So once you close this up, so depending on your child, if you feel like glass, they're gonna break the glass, make sure that you can also use the stainless steel, which is what we're gonna use next. And basically, this is what his lunch looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside and we're gonna start with our second part. This one is one of his favorites because it's got a bigger compartment. Yesterday, I made what is called egg muffins. So please look at our recipe. I made it yesterday from home, and it's real simple ingredients. You got your eggs, you have just a splash of milk. You can also use plant-based milk. There's some Parmesan cheese, some cheddar cheese, there's pepperoni and salt, and that's all you really need for that. And you whisk it all together and you pour them in the tin muffins, coat them with ghee. So ghee is clarified butter that has no milk protein. So you can still use it if you have a dairy sensitivity. So I'm gonna use about 2 to 3, I'm gonna say 3 here, of these egg muffins. Now I know that seems like a lot, like I said, my kids are pretty hungry, so I always like to put extras in there. And there is something now in this area, there's a different type of snacks. What I made also is bacon wrapped dates. Now this is beef bacon, it's not from pork. So I found this in one of like the health food stores, and that's all it is, it's 2 ingredients. Take the bacon, wrap it in the dates, and bake it at about 350 degrees, okay? So I'll put a few in here so you'll get that extra protein. You get the carbs from obviously the dates, and you also are getting lots of fiber. You know, definitely lots of fiber, lots of iron, lots of magnesium in that date. So definitely something that you should introduce. It gives that chewiness after you bake it, and it's sweet, so it's almost like, you know, those chewy candies. So instead of having that, it gives them that satisfaction. All right, so now we filled up the top part. We have our dates, our bacon wrapped dates. Remember, that's beef bacon. And then of course we want to go ahead and put a healthy snack in. Look, sometimes we're in a hurry, so I can put just a mandarin in there. Remember, mandarins are loaded with vitamin C and fiber. So I can just throw it right in there, and it's easy. So these things can be made ahead of time, and just make sure you always make extra so that you could take it for lunch. This is not only good for kids, but it's good for adults as well. I'd like to throw, again, something extra in there. What can I throw extra? We do like some olives, or an extra source of fat, which is an avocado. So avocados are excellent source of fat, fiber. It just, again, for longevity. We're gonna go ahead and cut this. Look at that, that is a perfect avocado. I'm very excited about this perfect avocado. So the way I do it is you can actually peel it, which is what I'm gonna do here. And I like to slice it. So many health benefits with avocados, and you can have them daily. So I like to put them right next to, add a little green. This is the green that I'm talking about. And there you go. And you can season it as well. Season with a little bit of salt. And that's pretty much one of the healthiest lunches that your child or you can have, and you will feel full. This is something that will fill you for hours. I'm gonna go ahead and continue making more lunches.